Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you're watching. Yes, I'm taking y'all on a little journey today. Y'all get to see some of the setup, some of what we do to get ready for our lives. Because was I ready? It depends on what you call ready. Mentally ready? Yes. Physically ready? No. Yeah, y'all get to hear all of that. Oh boy. There is nowhere on the table to put anything. Ah, when I said y'all get to see it all today, I admit y'all get to see it all. You see Tinkerbell over there? Let's see if I can do it. Over there. Am I doing it right? There, there, there. I have to wait for it to come up on TV. It's a lag. That's Tinkerbell. Okay. Just in case y'all didn't know. I know it's small. This is me and my grandson's favorite blanket. Do we fight over it when he sleeps with me? Nah. I let him have it. I'm a good grandma. Oh, Lord. Okay, it's starting to look more like I'm setting up for the day. I think. I think. I think. I considered making a video, taking y'all with me through the day. But then I determined just how boring my life is, and y'all probably don't want to see that. Hello, BB. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. BB, I am actually setting up for the day. That's what I'm doing. I have so many of these. So you guys don't know what these are. Let's see if I can get a handful of them. These are chopsticks, guys. I am so sorry. My kidneys are killing me. I don't have a temperature, so I know that it's not an infection, but I wouldn't put it past the start of kidney stones. Would not put it past that. Yes, these are chopsticks. I eat with chopsticks a lot. A lot. Can I work chopsticks? I eat with chopsticks a lot. What more can I say? Yes, I can work chopsticks. Something else you didn't know about Kitty. Okay, I'm gonna leave that over there. I don't even want to bother that today. Okay, so you look cute. Just even your skirt up and you'll be, yeah. You will see me like this. Okay. I was looking at my granddaughter. I'm sorry. We're going to pray for healing for your knee, BB. We're going to pray for healing for my kidneys. Because it's both of them. Sis, hello. How are you? Yes, I was late. Not late necessarily. I just wasn't ready. I've been setting up since I've been, so for the past 6.5 minutes. So you won't haven't missed a thing. Let's start with hello, everybody. Ah, and welcome in. I am your Mama Cougar, aka Kitty Lane, that baby boomer from Peninsula in Virginia. And you are in the castle of creating the late, create and relate. Down here in the den, back here in the den, over here in the den, up here in the den. We're in the den. Guys, I'm excited. I am, and I know I may not show it, but as I said, I'm having a lot of flank pain. So we'll just jump right on to the healthometer. Flank pain. For those of you who don't know what flank is, that's kidney pain. That's the portion of your back where your kidneys are located. And um, I have recurring kidney stones, but my spirits are still not down. I'm still pushing forth. I'm still crocheting. There are several things that I'm excited to show you today. For breakfast, I had a bologna and cheese sandwich, dry. So when I say dry, I mean just bologna and cheese. No types of sauces or anything. I do have 18 ounces. I'm not sure if it's 18 ounces or not. Um, we have to do some surgery on the Keurig machine because when we pushed 8 ounces, I declared only gave us 4 ounces of coffee. It's strong as all get out. It's more like espresso, but when we did the 10 ounces, it came out pretty good. But we're still gonna disassemble it and put it back together and see if we can get some different results. At the same time, my daughter's going to go get a regular coffee maker because we have a lot of coffee grounds. We do. So either way, we will, and we won't have to do that by stove anymore. We've been doing the coffee grounds the old-fashioned way, which um, we use the organza bags. We put them in the organza bags and boil them on the stove, just like you do tea. Coffee. So I'll say 16 ounces just to be on the safe side of Folgers Black Silk, which is my favorite. Today's creamer is the International Delights French Vanilla. Um, that's kind of been my kick here lately. My favorite is the caramel macchiato. So, drink. Probably why my kidneys hurt. Yesterday I had 3 bottles of water. Today I have two because I didn't drink but 2 bottles yesterday. I drank one early, um, and then I drank one yesterday evening. Oh yes, the caramel macchiato is like the best. It is. Absolutely the best. But I'm gonna tell you one that's better, BB. Uh, I know I said the best and then better, but the Southern Butter Pecan, the Southern Butter Pecan, and the caramel macchiato mix tastes like the flavor they got rid of, which was the almond joy. Those two together taste like the almond joy creamer, and I really miss the almond joy creamer. When they stopped production of it a couple of years ago, I was heartbroken because that was my all-time favorite. Coffee Mate has the Snickers. No, I missed no the almond joy flavor, the caramel macchiato and the butter pecan, the southern butter pecan mixed tastes like the almond joy. I know pecans and almonds, but it's a nutty flavor. And I don't know where the coconut flavor comes from between the two of them, but you feel like you get a hint of coconut in that. They are amazing together. Like I said, I think Coffee Mate has the Snickers. I've tried it. It's good when you want a switch, when you want a change. But I'm not really a Coffee Mate fan. It just doesn't tickle my fancy. The International Delight does, probably because I worked at 7-Eleven for years. And, they subscribe to International Delight coffee creamers. So, yeah, the hazelnut is okay. For a while, that was my jam. The Irish cream is good. Around Christmas time, they're mint. I remember one Christmas they had a mint chocolate. It was absolutely phenomenal. Mm, mm, mm. It kind of tasted like the what do they call the tree bark candy? It kind of tasted like the tree bark candy that they have around Christmas time. The chocolate and the mint together, absolutely amazing. Okay, we have reached the point of the emoji. Last time I left out an emoji, so we're going to start this one with the emoji I left off with this time. If you will, please send me a musical note or just type the word note in the comments. Okay, while you all are doing that, usually on Saturdays, it's called Show Off Saturdays. And what I do is show you things that I've completed. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of a throwback because there's only one item that I actually completed. Thank you, sis, and thank you, Didi. I appreciate that. The throwback is the 12-inch washcloths that I did earlier in the year. I actually, y'all, there's supposed to be 52 of these by the end of the year. But then I looked at my supply and I'm like, I have enough to do probably 20. But I did too. And I will not allow them to be used because we've got so many washcloths that I've done. And it's like when I threatened to get rid of those and replace them with these, then the rest of the family really started using those washcloths because I was going to turn those over to cleaning cloths. They work really well as cleaning cloths. They do. They give you that support, that stability that you need to wipe things down, especially in the kitchen, those stubborn stains that you get in the kitchen. The crochet cloths are really good for that. So if you want to know what to do with the crochet cloth, consider it as a cleaning cloth. You can make cleaning towels. They do really well as dish draining towels. You can lay it out because they don't slip and slide. When you put it down, it's there. And you know the pads that you buy, and I know you can get the pads for absolutely cheap. You can get them for $1.25, $1.50 at Dollar Tree. That's great. But if you make your own, you can make it the colors you want. You can make it the patterns you want, the designs you want. I love the way this one pulled. I absolutely love the designs that I got out of this one. I thought that was absolutely amazing. And as it was working up, it just gave me the push. I mean, like right here, it looks like two people having a conversation on a cloth, on a rag. Okay, so yeah, I just I'm a big advocate for that. I mean, anything that's multifunctional, I'm with it. I really am. Speaking of multifunctional, sometimes I told you Thursday about redirecting things. This I had put on the agenda as um, a stitcher hood blanket. Well, what had happened was, as I told you in the very beginning, that blanket that I showed you was me and my grandson's absolute favorite. And this has made it out to 40 inches. And I actually sealed it off at that, just didn't sew in the end. And I used it one night and I was like, this is perfect. So I think it might be, I think it might end up being a donation blanket. If that's the case, this is my finished item for this week. Oh my goodness, I do have to throw it in the wash again. I wouldn't dare, use it and give it away. I would definitely wash it again and make sure to do all the things. I'm sorry, I don't have many more items to report as being finished, but I can show you these. This is on the frogging list. It is. Um, the green is the pea green red heart, the big $5 bundle that they were selling at Dollar Tree. This is one of the Karen mandalas. I don't remember the colorway. I know it's not known. It's the other one with like the muted rainbow colors to it, but I don't remember the name of it right off. And I don't have the ball band accessible. It's like over there in one of the packages, all taped up. And I liked it when I was working it, but it's not my design. And I'm really leaning more towards my designs right now. This is someone else's design, and I want to get back to me. This was the Ten of Diamonds, if you remember. Um, Definitely going to do the Ten of Diamonds, but you get lost in the colors here. Yes, this was the prototype. I know how to do what I want to do now. So this will definitely come loose and be probably another donation blanket, the children's play mat. It'll be something else. My kids are, my kids, my grandkids are loving the little seat covers. They're not pillows or cushions, they're just seat covers. It's just a granny square. And they put it in their seat when they're out there eating or when they're coloring or drawing or whatever. This is a strip of something that I started. You see all of my cousins along the strand. I told you stitch markers are your first cousins. And those are my counting tools. that let me know how many stitches I had or what I was working with. So I didn't have to keep stopping and counting. It's going to be frogged. This was the start of, oh, I don't know, but it was the start of it. And this this was one of Juan's blankets that I started. And I got this far out. It's not quite 40 inches out yet. I might get it out that far and consider it a donation blanket. I'm not sure. This is in that. Would you stop jumping the gun, please, sis? Please. I got this. I got this. So I don't quite know if this is up for frogging or extending just a little bit and donating it. So I know, but just hold on. If I go to something else and it doesn't seem like I'm getting there, give me a chance. Ooh, this one is definitely a frog. Ribbit, ribbit. So that's 4 items to be ripped. Now keep in mind, when I say it's going in the frog pile, that doesn't mean it's going to be frog today or even this week. But know that the determination has been made that it's going to be frog. This is still questionable. This, okay, what I'm showing you now, okay, this is another questionable. I just showed you this the other day as an example as to something you could either add to if you didn't want to frog it or however you wanted to do it. I'm still not sure. Y'all, this yarn is absolutely beautiful. It, oh my goodness. And I don't want to do it in injustice. It's called Tea Time by, I guess it's Hobby. You're not irritating me, you're tickling me actually. That's why I love you. But yeah, this is Tea Time by Hobby. It is a full worsted weight, 100% acrylic. This is 634 yards. You know, and as I'm feeling it, it started out, it was going to be a lat throw, but I'm feeling it. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, it deserves love. I mean, like love, love, like adding something to it and making it something much bigger. It's very lightweight to be a 100% acrylic. It's very soft and squishy. It has a slight halo. I don't know if you can see that, but it does, but nowhere near enough to get in the way. You can wash. Um, you can hand wash or wash. No drying, no dry cleaning, no bleach. It asks for a 5.5 millimeter, which is an I or US9, or 4.5 millimeter knitting needles or the US7. It's soft. It's squishy soft. And I don't know. There's another part of me that's telling me poncho or shawl or wrap just to be. If that's the case, I don't need to add anything else to it. I just need to keep going, not keep going, but find a different. I want flowy if, and it's not bad like it is. I think I'm pretty sure I was using an H with this. And I would definitely, if I were to do a shawl or a wrap, I would definitely go with a 6.0 J. If I were to do a poncho, I would probably start my neckline with an H, but then I would jump really big and go with an L for the body of the poncho. If you're going to wear something up around your neck for protection, let it be closed in and let it protect you. But then from there, I mean, I even think with over 1,200 yards, you could really do a close stitch project, not something really, really open and airy, but it will still give you that flowy effect. I think that would work. But we will see. Now, speaking of poncho, yesterday's dedication went somewhere I did not think it would go. I know you guys remember these colors, but we had red, rose, pink, and cream. We had three of each of these. Um, you did a different one. Specs on these is that they are my personal opinion is that these are three weight. It does not indicate if it's three weight or not. Now, I have seen some that are this thin and they call themselves a four weight. I don't get that here. In working with it yesterday, I definitely get three weight. It's called Lita. It's 100% acrylic, approximately 330 meters. And like I said, I have three of each color, so I've got 12 of these. And for what I started with last night, I have enough to make two of what I started with last night, possibly three, because pulling all of the colors together, I'm pretty sure this will make one very nice size one. Well, what is it, Kitty? What are you talking about? You're playing with this. Well, I've said the name of it before, and it's a poncho. And this is what I mean about being close around the neck. The neckline is closed in. My dilemma now is whether I want to keep this same pattern throughout. It's a little open, but not a lot. Um, I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like the little pattern I have going there. I don't know what to call it, but it's a 5 round repeat right here. The neckline is double crochet, turn your work over, um, double crochet, turn it over, half double crochet. And I'm thinking that's what I'm sticking with because even in this row, it's um, double crochet, flip it over, well, pattern, flip it over, half double crochet. All of your half double crochets will be done on the opposite side. So, with that being said, I have to decide whether I'm going to make it a 5 round, whether I'm doing this in 5 rounds or 10 round repeats. I like the pattern that I have. And if I stick with that, I'll probably stick with just the 5 round repeat. I think that'll work. I think that will definitely work. And your increase will come in each 5 section. Your typical increase, of course, comes in the corners, but your pattern increase will come in each set of five. I see you, BB. I see you. I see you. And no, I'm not teasing you. I just, I can't say that I love ponchos so much, but I love making them. I absolutely love making them. I found that out last year. And there have been a few that I've not even shown that I made, and I made them and gave them away right away. I made one for my bestie and gave it to her, and it was so funny the way that happened. Um, she actually gave me a store bought one. We met between birthdays. Her birthday was the 11th of this month, and mine is in December. And I think it was right around September, October that we actually met up and exchanged birthday gifts. And she got a very colorful butterfly poncho from me, and I got a beautiful blue knitted uh, poncho from her. So this is what I'm working with. This was yesterday's project. Am I going to work on it today? Yes, because I have to figure out how to lead into my next set of five. Um, Something you might want to look out for a little later when we get the technical production line fixed. Okay. I don't know if you all remember this. This thing is still the size of my head. It is it's huge, and this is what I was working on the other day with this. See, I have to go with where my heart is sending me. You know, I don't know if you remember that song, Children Go Where I Send Thee. How shall I send thee? That's how I gotta move. That's that's how I gotta move. It is huge. I told y'all it's the size of my head. I got a lot of knowledge up in here. I got to have the capacity for it. So this is 220, no, 200. I don't know if I think it's 205 stitches long. I am using, excuse me, I am using a 6.0 J hook. I'm using the furl with this one, my first furl. And this is halfway. The color I'm using loops and threads. I told y'all I had something in mind for this, and I had to get on it. I didn't want it to escape me. But the colorway is VS 150. Y'all, it's teal, okay? Mhm. It says reef, but it's teal. It's teal. It calls for 5.5, which is, we know, an I, number 9. It's a four worsted weight. It is 100% acrylic, and it boasts a whole 354 yards. Is it soft? Yes, it's soft. I'm going to tell you all about the yarns that I've been exposed to here lately and what I'm really, really starting to love here. Who knew? And when I came into this channel, I was almost strictly carrying 1 pound. I was red heart if I absolutely had to, but definitely carrying 1 pound. I would go in the store. My first big yarn purchase when I moved here um, was carrying 1 pound. Between going to the store and ordering, I know it was at least $500 worth of yarn. At least, I think it was more if I'm not mistaken, because I honestly think that that was delivered was $200, and I think I got $500 worth from the store. Charges in my head, not my heart. I'm 62, headed on 63. But of course, this little pattern that I have going here was just something, it was on a whim. I thought of it. I wondered if it would work. It did work once I got to the point that I could go back to, I put it down for a little while and worked on something else, picked it up and said, I wonder if I can keep moving from here, which is why I will always stop in the middle of a row. If I stop in the middle of a row and add to it, and it looks like what I've done before, then I know that I have it up here. So I'm good with that. All of this except one stitch in each pattern is double crochet. That one long piece, or those two, I'm sorry, those two right there are triple crochet. But it's mostly, like I would say, 98% double crochet. Just wait till you see where this goes after this. I'm so excited for this to continue, but I just have others that I think I have to. My mind is telling me you got to do this one first. You got to do this one first. I know that's my mind. I don't know if I ever told you all. I know I told you that Dory came to see me a few weeks ago. We actually met, and guys, we had the best time. I really like Mother's Rug. And hi, Vivian, how are you? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry you snuck in on me. Thinking I have to make another one for myself. Yes, you were telling me that, and I'm really excited. It is so, guys. I wish I could show you the rug that Joan is working on. It is absolutely beautiful. It is so colorful, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't it 10, 11 strands that you're running together, sis? She's got a really big hook, and she's running like multiple strands together, and it is so gorgeous. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. I want her to take a picture of it so we can share it with the channel when she's done. But when Dory came to visit, she bought me a pillow. If you all know, Dory of Dory Did It makes these bone pillows. Guys, you know how when you do amigurumi, you, okay, I wasn't sure if it was 10 or 11, but 10, 10 colors together. And it's all scrap. So it's like major colorful. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. But anyway, when Dory stuffs these, she doesn't stuff them to capacity. It's really, but it's enough that when you put it under your neck, oh, you just kind of nestle right in. This is actually better than my bitty kitty. I know bitty kitty thinks that I've abandoned her, and I haven't. I just kind of hold on to her like this while I have. And Dory was so thoughtful because she did the meow and the cat. Oh my goodness. The only thing I could think when she gave it to me was she understood the assignment. I absolutely love it. I had to shout that out and shout Dory out. This, I think, is great. Y'all know about Bitty Kitty. And I don't, my grandson last had his hands on Mandy, which is my bear. Do I sleep with stuffed animals? Yes. Come on, y'all. My icon is Tinkerbell. Yes, I sleep with stuffed animals. Uh, This is more gifted yarn that when I saw it, my mind went 1,000 different directions. It really did because I was like, I'm going to have so much fun with this. This, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be beautiful, whatever I do. So I decided to just do crisscross all the way down. And you can really call it X's and O's because I think I'm going to end on the X side of it. You know, where you put the two X's together and they make the O in the middle. So I'm still on the upside of it, just about halfway done. And of course, this is a wrap. I like making these a lot, but it's different than a poncho, because it's like a short, thick scarf, kind of. I still want to make a Ruana. I really do. That thought just crossed my mind. So who knows? You might see the start of that next week. The beauty in not being constrained to a timeline on anything right now is that I have the options to not hinder my creativity. So I don't feel like my head is being meshed. As it is right now, when I think of something, I can at least start it. When I look at my list of whips and I see that I still have open spaces and not everything has a heart. So the ones that don't have hearts are ideas that have not been started, but I still have room for more ideas. So when I say Ruana, you might see that on the list. You might. I don't know if I'll start it or not. I still want to make one. Just like I still want to make the cappuccino blanket. I still want to make the 5 beach blankets. I have the pictures for those on my phone. All of that is going to be in Tarjan crochet. Um, so I'm working my way back to that because oh my goodness, that was pretty much all I did coming into being a content creator. In Tarzan Crochet, I had Mickey Mouse blanket, um, sorority and fraternity blankets, birth blankets. And I say birth as opposed to baby blankets because the blankets were huge. They had the person's name, their birth weight, their birth date. Sometimes, if they wanted the parents' names down at the bottom, I would do it. Sometimes they were Bible verses. Um, my cousin had me make one that said, "Too blessed to be stressed." I still have it. I've had it for 3.5 years uh, because I basically sell those. And um, she hasn't paid me for it. Guys, when I tell you a lot of work goes into those, they are basically all single crochet. And you imagine making a king size blanket all single crochet. The hers wasn't king size. Fortunately, it was twin size with the overhang. Um, she was the reason I made such a large purchase because the $200 that I had to order, she wanted a specific color. And Karen 1 Pound had that color. And I ordered enough to make sure that I could make her blanket and 2 pillow shams. Yes. Yes. And they had a cat on it, too blessed to be stressed. And the pillows just had the cat heads on them. But yeah, all single crochet. This is what a bag of my scraps looks like. And if you want to know if I repurpose my coffee box, if you want to know what kind of coffee I drink, this is it. So for right now, I'm going to say we're doing cups and grounds. But do I reuse the boxes? Of course I do. I pack them with scraps to capacity. Yes, I certainly do. Y'all, I got some yarn in here. I mean, it is stuff. When I say it's stuff, it's. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I can get some more in here. I just push down, and I can get some more in here. I can. I think I can put this in here. And hold on. Wow. This is something else that was going to be fraught. You know what? This might not be fraught. This might not be fraught because my grandson just said, Grandma, I want a circle blanket. And this is the start of a circle blanket. So he might get his circle blanket. See how I be finding stuff? um, I'm trying to figure if you're jumping the gun against it. Of course you are. Of course you are. So this might end up being the circle blanket because I owe him one. He has one less than his sister. So this might be his to catch up with hers. Usually when I'm setting up for the day, I will put my hands on all my pieces and decide, are we going to talk about this one today? Are we going to talk about this one today? What are we going to do with this one? I'm going to sit this one right here in case I decide to touch it. I'm going to sit this right there. But before we go any further, we have, and before I let you all get ready to go, and yes, I'm going to show the blanket of many colors, sis. I am. I promise you. I would like for you, I have two more things to show you. I would like for you to, um, you have a choice. I love the guitars that I got on Thursday, but this time I want either a guitar or a violin, or you can type the word or both words. Doesn't matter. Guitar, violin, either or both. Okay, now while you're doing that, let me show you what my sister can't wait for me to show you. The blanket of many colors. This is my beautiful corner to corner blanket. And I said mine, it's not mine. It is my daughter's. It is my daughter's. And I've actually gotten to the point where I'm starting to reduce. I'm starting to break it down now. It is 75 inches across, and it's going to be 80 inches long, or 80 inches across and 75 inches long. But it's going to be a 5 inch difference in that. So it's going to be a very small rectangle. Like the only way you're going to know it's a rectangle is that you really hold it up and you really know. But this is where we are. And yesterday, I think, was the only day I didn't give any attention to this. When I tell you all I worked on was the poncho yesterday, um, there was a lot of frogging involved in that poncho. I started when I got up yesterday morning, and like I said, it was a lot of frogging involved. Um, which leads me, excuse me, the yawn actually leads me to something else before I show you the last item. Yes, that's the corner to corner one. This one. That's the triangle. Ugh. I can't hold my arms out that long. I told you I was 75 inches. I'm only 63. This is 12 inches longer than I am. Oh my goodness. Yes, y'all, I suffer from T Rex syndrome. I do. Okay, so that's my baby for my baby. And before we get to this is the yarn that I'm using for the corner to corner. We have light gray. We have, I had one over here that I pulled out this morning. I think I covered it. This one. We have terracotta. We have red. I would call it a cherry red because it's really bright. We have Big Twist. I know we missed this so much. Grape. We have, this is not going in it, but it was a little piece of something that I thought was attached to another one and it really wasn't. So we're going to put that in that box. Okay, we have, this is a hint of silk. Calls for 5.5. I'm trying to see what it is. The colorway is Dusty Rose. 5.5 crochet hook. It is 85% bamboo, 15% silk. It is a 4 worsted weight, and it's also wash and dry. I think that's what I was looking for more than anything. This is that purple, and then I realized that they did not go together. That's what that was because I was going to run the two together, but they're slightly different. Okay, and then we have this tweed, and it's called, I think it's Griege. I can spell it if I can't say it. Really? Oh, I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. Okay, and we know about the Just Yarns. They are 4 worsted weight, 120 yards. Um, calls for 5.5. Was I right? I was right. So this is going to be added to it. That's that colorful blanket that you saw. And then this green, this really, really pretty. I call it Easter egg green because every time I pick it up, it looks like the grass that comes in the Easter egg baskets. Yeah. And last but not least, the Breathe Deep Teal, another one from Yarn Bee. It is 100% polyester. It is a 4 worsted weight. So that is what we have that goes on the corner to corner, that colorful corner to corner. Okay, so I said I had one more thing to show you. more. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so there was a concept that I saw about joining more than one square, like in a row. This I'm actually going to do a tutorial for, but I wanted to see if it would work joining rows together as you go. How would that work? Could you use the same concept and connect row to row as you go instead of having to go back and either sew or crochet each row together? And guys, it worked. It worked. This is going to be a queen size blanket. This is 25 of these little squares long. I know that it's queen size because after 63 inches, this is what I have left. And I know this is 63 inches because I'm 63 inches tall. And that's what I have left. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So 20 squares would be enough for my height. And these are 25 squares long. I just make the first round of a granny square. I make however many I want in that row. And as I connect, I go through and connect one side of each. So I'm doing half all the way up. And then I turn around and come back down the other side and connect the other half so that those little circles are completely engulfed in that outer circle. Like I said, I wanted to see if I had to do the next strip separately or if I could do it as I went along. And of course, I was able to connect it as I went along using the join as you go method. It worked. It worked. I would definitely be showing you all this. So it takes however long it takes you to make the first circle in the corner in the granny square, times that by your length, and that'll tell you how long it takes for you to make half the strip. It's not so slow when you start adding the round because it's just a continuous flow. And then you come back up the other side. So if you double the time it takes to make the middle squares, then that's how much it'll take for the entire strip. So if it takes you, say you want to make a lap throw and it takes you 30 minutes to do your little one round squares, then it should take you an hour to make that strip. That's doing the outside and the inside. So you would say if you want 12 strips, it should take you 12 hours. So depending on how many strips you need to make will determine how long takes you to make the blanket. It's not. It's so. Oh my God, y'all! It's so easy. Is it? And I can't. And I'm not trying to downplay anybody or anything. If you can make a granny square, you can do this. Okay. If you can make a granny square, you can do this. This. Oh my goodness! I was so happy when I was able to do that. Another thing that I could possibly add to the finished items. I know you all remember this. This is the start of my Dallas Cowboy robe, house robe. I actually completed one panel. It is going to be 5 panels and 2 sleeves. And I got halfway through the second panel. I got confused. I got confused. Okay, here we go. I got halfway through the second panel. So I have one, two, three. I have 3.5 panels to go. We have less than 140 days. So I'm doing really well. I'm proud of me. I am so proud of me. And BB, I kept checking the door yesterday. So nothing yet. But I absolutely will keep you posted on that. I wanted to show you the colors that I'm using. All of my inner squares for right now, it appears that, wait a minute. Okay, it appears that all my inner squares are going to be black. I like that because it gives me the freedom of color. I think I get bored with the darker colors taking so long. So with that center square being the only thing that's like really dark, then it gives me the option of exploring. And I'm using the colors that I used on my scooter. I'm using the rose, the lemon, and the, what do you call this? Storm. But I'm also adding cherry red. I say cherry, but it just says red. But it looks like it. That's mainstay. And the rest of the Nourish that my sister sent me in a challenge, I'm going to go ahead and make that a part of it as well. So it's going to be one of the outer portions of it. I did pull this navy blue over. I think it'll be enough to encase one row. So this might be my center row. I think I can get at least, I can get at least 2 rows out of everything else. If I can get 4 rows out of everything else, then it'll definitely be the center. That navy blue will definitely be the center, and everything else will be doubled around it. I have lots of black, so I'm not even worried about the black running out. And I know it's going to be so funny, but when I do the circle with the blue, because I've always said that I don't like doing black and blue together, but it's going to be a black and blue together. Yep, I had to show you that because I was really, really, really excited to be able to pull that off and, for it to work. And I'm excited to show you guys. Um, I've had another idea floating in my head. Oh, I think so. I pulled these cottons and I know that I want to make something. Remember, I just got through talking about the Ruana? I'm wondering. I'm wondering if we can pull a Ruana off with these. I'm wondering. It'd be interesting to make something other than a bag or washcloth or a towel or a placemat or coaster with my cotton. I think I might try that, guys. I think that might end up being today's focus. I think it might. We'll see. I'll put it on the list and I'll make sure I put cotton beside it. And that way we'll see. We'll see if my heart continues to pull me in that direction. How does that sound? Cool. Okay, guys. I thank each and every one of you for being here with me today. I've had so much fun, as I always do. I am going to get on my water and cranberry regime along with my coffee. I know this time you really shouldn't be drinking the coffee, but if you're a coffee lover, you know how we do. You know how we do. You know what, y'all? I got a lot of balls of this blue, and this would look really pretty around that navy blue. It, see what y'all do to me? The idea is just, y'all gonna see a lot. I promise you. I promise you. And I never make a promise that I can keep. Okay. So that's my song for you for today. But I promise you, I will show you a lot more progress next week. The one thing that I wanted to be sure I talk to you about is my sister Joan reminded me yesterday, or pointed out to me, I could not figure out why I was so tired for the past week, especially. It's like, excuse me, every time I stop, I just want to go to sleep. I've taken so many naps throughout the day for the past several days. But this fire that's going on in Canada, we are getting a lot of the smoke. And one of the symptoms, I guess, is fatigue. And even though I've gone outside once this whole week, well, twice. I went to the compactor, but I really have not gone outside a lot. And so I can't say that it's heat. And even though I'm in the house, you cannot completely, you can, but then you can't breathe, but you can't completely keep your indoors from your outdoors. They intermingle somehow. So please be careful. Be careful out here with the smoke. Be careful out here with the outbreak that's encompassed so many of our states now, from the fresh vegetables. Um, be careful. Please be careful. Be careful. The smoke, the heat, and the food. Oh boy. I am so sorry, guys. I'm gonna try to stay awake though. I really am. But I want you guys to have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. And please know that I love you from the bottom of my fibers. But I want you to love yourself, because self love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. Oh, my nose itches. Somebody's coming to see me. Yes, I'm superstitious. At any rate, guys, you deserve the best. You really, really, really do. You guys are the best. Remember, Kitty Lane told you, and remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody. I love you.